Florida Panthers have a chance to clinch their second cup tonight in as many years. They would be the ninth team to go back to back in the NHL Stanley Cups of all time. With the Panthers leading 3-2, Game 6 is tonight. Let's meet the starting lineups. The Panthers, forward Carter
Verhaeghe,
Alexandra
Barkov,
Sam Reinhart, and defense
Gustav Forsling, Aaron Ekblad,
and Sergei Bobrovsky at the goalie. For the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan Nugget Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Connor Brown. Defense, Matthias Ekholm, Jake Wallman in goals. Right now on to basketball. NBA Championship. The Thunder survived the comeback, although the Pacers never took the lead. The lead got down to 3. Their biggest lead was 16 after the Thunder went on a run to break off the Pacers, and the final was 120-109. That's for the NBA Championship. The Thunder have a chance to take the series. Thursday, 7:30, tip time, June 19th. And now we go on to baseball. The falling Royals are falling like a tree tonight. Right now, 34-38. The Rangers are 36-38. Seth Lugo, who pitched for the shutout against the Yankees, but the Royals did give up a run into the 8th, in which caused them to lose another 1-0 game. The Royals dropped 6 in a row so far, and the Royals are 34-38. Rangers will have Jack Leader on the mound. The Royals will have Seth Lugo, who said 705 from Texas. The Cardinals have only won 3 out of 10. They will get a break to play the Chicago White Sox, who are 23-49. Matthew Liberatron will go for the Cardinals, and Shane Smith will go for the White Sox. Game time from Chicago is at 6:40. The Cubs will play the Brewers. Brewers are 39-34, and have came alive lately. They took 3 out of 4 from the Cardinals. Chad Patrick will go for the Brewers, the second place team, and Brent Brown will go for the Cubs, the first place team. First pitch is at 7:05 again. Now we move on to mental health and what it is like to find a purpose. Here's what I will say. Since I've worked at NPR in Carbondale, it's been harder to find
alert
a
from
purpose
reminders,
as much as I
take
did
afternoon
in
med,
Carbondale and through options, but WSIU would be an example of a great purpose place to work. A lot of times working with dogs made me have a purpose, but sometimes just the people could not always be pleasant. Now, wherever you work, that's going to be a question. That's going to be a common factor. But it always seemed like in that environment at WSIU, every person was nice and kind. But it's hard to find a job like that. What do you find meaningful is about a purpose and passionate about a purpose. And then worry about the people second. Even with dogs, who I love, and some may be my best friends, like Bo, other people who may not be into animals may not think the work is as meaningful as you. Looking at the past can hurt you sometimes, but it's a good way to look at what's good for you in the future in other ways, and what you've worked at have been purposeful jobs. Sometimes looking for something meaningful is what is meaningful. I worked with a woman who felt very sad. This is according to the article. She spent a few years working jobs that found meaningful, but things took a turn for the worst. One of them was managing peers, deciding that she wasn't doing a good enough job. It's likely that she felt threatened her success, but we can't be sure. Things got very complicated for her. Her environment became toxic, and as she fought to stay, but this man fought to have her fired. She stayed stuck in that for years. But then she decided to go back into the field that she loved and went back to school. She became much more of a satisfied of her life. Some facts to explore, write and tell them are what events happened, what did it feel like, what else was going on around the time, what part of the experience sticks with you the most, specific words, actions, and characters, etc. How to look toward a goal, project you've completed it, achievements you've earned, conversations you've been a part of, ways you've been able to help people, things you've made, built, fixed, written, created. Is there another path that you would be better fit? Are there specific situations and opportunities that I should avoid? Are there specific situations and opportunities that I should seek out? Finding a journey in life will help with finding a purpose. Just calling it a journey may sound better than just calling it this is just life. You'll find your way. I believe that intended is to see it, to never give up. Watch our video from last Tuesday to finish this off. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Mental Health Den.
What if all these things work out for me? Then what? Others will just try to avoid the whole thing and convince ourselves that there's no such thing as purpose. And we'll try to replace the want of purpose with things like pleasures, experiences, and excessiveness. But you know as well as I do, this gets old real fast, and the older we get, the louder those questions become. So what is it? What's my purpose? And how do I break out of this anxiety of life? Well, Sheen offers two solutions. The first is this: go out and help someone. Today, help my neighbor. Who's my neighbor? Anyone near me who's suffering. The poor, the lonely, the sick, the stressed out, the sad, the broken, the beaten down, the depressed, the tired, the hungry, the addicted, the lost, the hurting. Basically, we're all the neighbor. Because when we're living in this anxiety of life, we're living totally for ourselves, trapped in all the junk inside our own heads. And the quickest way out? And the second thing is this: be open. Like our phones receive all kinds of signals from God knows where. We have built-in antennas able to receive infinite signals from outside. We call these. But they've long been disabled in atrophy, and we can't get a signal anyway because we're surrounded by so much. Enable it, and be open to receive some sort of encounter from God. And it doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, or how far away you think you may be. These signals are coming down on all of us, even as we speak, like rain. Just be open. Now, some of us may be thinking, all right, that first one makes sense, but why do I need that second one? The whole God thing makes me a little uncomfortable. Because if the first one is this, the second is this. If the first is this, the second is this. If the first one is this, the second is this. Because the first is, go out and love my neighbor. And the second is, opening up a permanent connection with pure love itself. That is purpose. And this purpose is like the mother of all purposes, and takes all those other purposes into her arms and lifts them all up. Purpose is not something we rationalize or intellectualize or figure out by just thinking about it really, really hard. It's something we do. And when we do, we don't find purpose. Purpose finds us.